Good evening and welcome. Welcome to your airport, Cleveland Hopkins International. Does anybody have any idea why we are here today? I can't hear you. Yes, we are here to celebrate the first nonstop flight from Cleveland to Dublin on Aer Lingus. Let's have a round of applause for Aer Lingus for this investment in Cleveland. If I had to add a line to the song, "It's a Great Day for the Irish," it would be, "It's a great day for Cleveland." The two are a match made in heaven. So let's have it for Cleveland, let's have it for Ireland. To share a little bit more about Cleveland, I introduced the dynamic 58th Mayor of the City of Cleveland, the Honorable Justin Embleton. Mayor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know all of us are excited to touch down in Dublin tomorrow morning. I guess I'll be referred to as Mayor Obib for the next week. But it's certainly a great day for Cleveland, and I first want to thank all the partners that made today possible, from Team NEO to Jobs Ohio to GCP to our partners at the Cuyahoga County and City Council here in Cleveland. This couldn't have happened without your leadership, so let's give them a round of applause if we can. This new direct flight to Dublin will have an over $80 million impact in our city over the next 3 years. That's a big deal for Cleveland because we're bringing real investment to our city. And this new flight shows us that Cleveland is open and ready for business to the world. So to commemorate the arrival of Aer Lingus to the land, I want to present this official proclamation from the Mayor's Office of the City of Cleveland to your leadership team. So congratulations on behalf of our residents. We look forward to the long, long partnership ahead. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor. It does take a village, and a vital part of our village is our county, Cuyahoga County. So now I introduce our energetic county executive, the Honorable Chris Ronayne.
Thank you. Hello, Cleveland. Thank you, Mayor, for hosting us. And I want to say also to Council President Griffin and my colleague, Council President Pernell Jones, we're thrilled to be on this trip with you. This is a game changer for Cleveland in a couple of ways. The cultural development, the cultural exchange that reconnects this community, particularly our Irish families, but all families, back to Ireland and to Europe generally, and just anywhere they're going across the great Atlantic Ocean. We are grateful that we now have this direct connection, putting, again, one more underline under Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. It is about a cultural exchange, but it's also about a business exchange. So thanking our friends from the Greater Cleveland Partnership and Team NEO, Mark Owens, thanks to all of you, Beju Shaw, Bill Kaler. We are excited to do business in Ireland. And that starts with Aer Lingus. Let me first say to the Aer Lingus representatives, thank you for investing in Cleveland, and we are seeing already the return on that investment. That return is already booking flights. Those of you who haven't got a flight yet, we're booked out a bit into the summer, just what we had hoped for. So the opportunity with Aer Lingus to actually start a business-to-business relationship. As you all know, we have made many investments as Cleveland-based companies already in Ireland. Eaton Corporation will be visiting this week. Steris Corporation on the other side of Ireland. We've seen the Cleveland Clinic in Ireland, and it goes on and on. Health and tech is a connection we're making from Cleveland to Ireland. And we're excited both about the cultural exchange and also the business exchange. I want to say two more things to the families that are traveling from Cleveland, Greater Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, back to Ireland to see their families today. There are many on this flight. This is important to them to reconnect with family directly back in Ireland. Here's to you, the Cleveland Irish families. But again, to all Greater Cleveland families, it's time to connect. And then I want to also say on the way in, we met Olivia, Garva, and their 2-year-old son, Anthony, from Detroit. And there they are. And they said, welcome, welcome. This is what it's all about. They drove down from Detroit. They booked a flight, not even knowing this was the inaugural flight. Got, by chance encounter, a flight over to Dublin, and they're heading out to Dublin out of Cleveland. But they said to us, we're going to stay back in Cleveland a day or two when we get back on the inbound. That's our message to our Irish brothers and sisters. Come visit us in Cleveland for all we've mentioned. Our healthcare institutions for sure, our Great Lakes in front of us, our parks, our arts and culture. We've had the honor today to have a great meeting with the Honorary Consul General, and the Consulate General, Helena Nolan, and show her our Cuyahoga River Valley, the parks and the Irish that built it down in the canals and along the river. We are going to show Ireland what we have to offer in Cleveland. So to our friends across the Atlantic, come visit us. We look forward to welcoming you, and we certainly look forward to touching down in Dublin tomorrow morning. Here's to the Irish-Cleveland connection. Thank you.
Thank you, County Executive. The airport is a village as well as the city, and I said it did take a village to make this event happen. But the airport is its own village, and there are many people that make up what we call Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Did you know that on average 27,000 people travel through this airport? And that doesn't even include the employees that come through here every day to work to provide the services. Speaking of employees, we can't forget about the employees of the city of Cleveland that have put a lot of this together. The IT people, the custodial people, engineering, also building maintenance. All of these folks pull together to make events like this happen. And let's have a round of applause for all the employees of the city of Cleveland. To make this little city run on a daily basis, I introduce our Director of Airports, Mr. Dennis Kramer.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I always like to kind of throw this out here that the core purpose of an airport is economic vitality for the city and the region that it serves. This flight is the epitome of that, right? So our vision for this airport is empowering Cleveland's diverse community to connect with the world. Again, the achievement of this flight is the epitome of that. We are empowering Cleveland, this community, to connect to the world, both business and travel-wise. Soon, we will be embarking on a $2 billion airport development program, and investments like this from our airline partners, both new and old, are what will make this airport development program happen. And so, a lot of thanks. There's already been a lot of thanks said, but we want to thank Aer Lingus, our civic partners, our city administration, and especially, as John mentioned as well, all of our team here at the airport. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for making this happen. Have a good one.
Thank you, Director. Now, if there's someone that you always want batting fourth on your team, it's our next speaker. He has been instrumental in pulling together the community along with all the other partners to make other airlines happen here, and now our biggest win, Aer Lingus. I introduce Mr. Bill Kaler, CEO of Team NEO. Bill.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, John, for that. I don't know if batting fourth is really what I'm intended to do, although based on the way we've been playing recently, I might be able to help. For me, economic development is the ultimate team game, and you heard from individuals who are leading the organizations here who have made this happen. I'm very grateful for that. It's been a privilege to be a part of it. But I would also tell you that business is personal. And these kinds of things don't happen if the individuals within those organizations don't choose to lead when they have that opportunity. So I want to call out Beju Shaw and John Luderin and Marty McGann, who are here from GCP, John and Dennis from our airport, Mark Owens from our Team NEO team, David Gilbert from Destination Cleveland, Blaine, Purnell, thank you very much for all you have done to support this work. And everybody, Bonnie is here, Bonnie Tewin from the city. Anybody who lifted a finger to make this happen and push it through what was not an easy process, because there are a lot of different ways to think about it. But because individuals thought it mattered and found a way to get it done, we get to be here today. Thank you to all who did the work. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. In addition to Ireland, this new service is going to provide service for the 350 individuals here in Cleveland that travel each day to Europe and back. It's more about Dublin, and it's more about just the island that my ancestry is from. It's about the connecting traffic that's going beyond. And I won't go too far into that because our next speaker, Mr. Bill Byrne, the Vice President of North America from Aer Lingus, is going to share a few words about Aer Lingus and this great occasion that we're experiencing today. Mr. Bill Byrne.
For 65 years, Aer Lingus has connected the island of Ireland with North America, and now beyond Ireland as well. This summer we'll have our largest transatlantic network in our history, and now it's about time we started from Cleveland. So let's hear it for Cleveland. We serve 14 cities with 16 different routes. No one serves Ireland better. No one serves beyond Ireland better than we are. Our people are the heart of our brand. For those of you flying today, you'll meet the finest cabin crew in the industry, and you'll feel that Irish welcome from the minute you get on. The story goes that you've already arrived in Ireland when you get on one of our aircraft, and you'll feel that today. With connections beyond Ireland, you're going to be able to go to London, Paris, Amsterdam, and over 20 other European cities on a daily basis. And then not only that, you're going to fly on the most modern aircraft in our fleet, the next gen A321neo LR, which is 40% quieter, burns 25% less fuel, and 25% less emissions. It is the finest aircraft flying in the transatlantic network today. On return, you're going to enjoy customs clearance and the U.S. pre-clearance, and you'll arrive here as a domestic passenger and collect your bags and be on the curb or to your car quicker than you would be any other airport. If anyone's not flying tonight, well, shame on you, you should be, but if you're not flying tonight, you'll find that there will be no time easier or better to get to Ireland now. And to encourage you to fly, we're going to be on sale now, so we haven't sold out for the summer yet. So we haven't sold out for the summer, so we're trying to. But we also are on sale for September and October, $569 one way, which is really cheap. But we're going to top that for Cleveland residents and people around Cleveland. It'll be $379 for November and December. So it's never been easier. It's never been cheaper. There's no better time to go to Europe than right now. There's no better time to be a Clevelander than right now. So thank you very much. And you can't, an airline can't start this kind of service without help from good partners, and we have great partners. So I'd like to introduce the Executive Vice President for Markets in North America, Australia, New Zealand, from Tourism Ireland, Alison Metcalf.
Well, thank you very much, Bill. And as you've heard, we're absolutely delighted to be here today. So can I just, on behalf of Tourism Ireland, as the destination marketing organisation, just add my words of welcome and a big cave meal of vulture. I'd like to congratulate all of the airport, the city, the state officials for making this happen. It certainly makes my job a lot easier when we have direct air access. But it really is not every day that we have the opportunity to launch a new service. So really thrilled that the launch of tonight's service is going to make it so much easier for folks living in the Great Lakes region, the Midwest, to get to the island of Ireland, and indeed, as you heard from Bill, onwards to Europe. As the international marketing agency responsible for promoting both leisure and business tourism here in the United States, the US is the #1 market for us by revenue. And before COVID, we had the great pleasure of welcoming 1.7 million visitors. And we see this service as a great opportunity to grow business from this region. We welcome 1.7 million visitors. 42,000 came from Ohio. So I think we can do a lot better than that now we've got the direct service. I'm also pleased that those of you that are traveling tonight, I hope some of you will be staying in Ireland, but for those of you who are traveling to the island of Ireland, first of all, thank you for choosing Ireland as your destination of choice. If you're traveling for the first time, you really are going to embark upon a trip of a lifetime, whether you're interested in enjoying some of our stunning history and our heritage, our natural scenery, our great outdoors, world-class golf, and of course, stunning food. The island of Ireland really will not disappoint. And above all, you're going to have fun. You're going to enjoy the crack, C-R-A-I-C. It is the Gaelic word for fun. And after all, we're in the tourism business, and tourism is all about having fun. And for those of you that are traveling onwards to other European destinations, that's okay. It's really important that you do that to maintain this service. But on your next transatlantic adventure with Aer Lingus, consider traveling to the island of Ireland or consider a stopover in Dublin. We really can't wait to roll out that green welcome carpet to you. So in closing, I would just like to thank Aer Lingus for the opportunity to be part of this event tonight. We look forward to working with Aer Lingus and indeed all of the partners here in Cleveland and back on the island of Ireland to make sure that this route is an absolute success. So safe travels to those traveling tonight, and thank you.
Not only do we have Tourism Ireland as a great partner, but we also have the Government of Ireland that's a great partner, and the Department of Foreign Affairs is top of the list in terms of partners for us. And I couldn't be more pleased and honored to introduce to the podium Helena Nolan, the Consul General of Ireland.
Thank you so much, Bill, Mayor Bibb, distinguished guests. Good evening, everyone. I am truly honoured to be here at the inaugural direct flight connecting Ohio and Ireland, connecting this beautiful city of Cleveland with Dublin. As the representative of the Irish government, I'd like to warmly thank and congratulate everyone who has made this dream a reality. And I know from talking to members of our community here today that this has been a long-held dream for so many people, and it's wonderful to see it coming to fruition today. I want to extend particular thanks to Helen Maguire over there, our true friend of the consulate, and to everyone in the Aer Lingus family who have put so much love really into what they've created here this evening and what they've delivered for Ireland and for Cleveland. I also want to congratulate our friends in Tourism Ireland who, as you've heard from Alison, are waiting to welcome you with open arms and give you a wonderful experience in Ireland. I want to especially thank Mark Owens, who's been mentioned already in one role, but he is also Ireland's new honorary consul here, and we are absolutely proud and delighted to have him in the role. Mark's so impressed with what you've achieved so far. Off you go now, no limits. Continue in this vein. I know you've put a huge amount of work into today, but also in so much else that you're doing here, and in supporting this very welcome large trade delegation that is heading to Ireland. Mayor, we're so delighted that you are bringing this very distinguished team to Ireland, and we're looking forward to many more mutual visits and exchanges using this direct flight. Political exchanges, economic exchanges, cultural also, but of course also the familial, as we've heard, because today is really about family and home for so many. It's going to be a genuinely emotional moment to see the flight pull up to the gate. It is like Ireland coming closer to Ohio and coming closer to us here, strengthening and reinforcing the familial ties and bonds of centuries. I was going to end there, but you'll have to blame the county executive because he's inspired me to add a few lines of poetry. I believe he's something of a poet himself, and so am I. You'll find that Ireland has a standing army of poets. So just a couple of lines from one of Ireland's most famous women poets, Evan Boland. And I'm going to slightly misquote her, but I don't think she'll mind. And the lines go, "A city disappears in the near-sighted dusk. Someone is flying home, as I once did. Someone is thinking, as I did once. This is their neighbourhood. This is their consolation." And I do feel that this flight will be like a balm to many, bringing families and friends closer together. This route will solidify the old links and it will forge new connections. So I want to wish you all a massive congratulations. Have a wonderful flight to Ireland. And as we say in the Irish language, Slán Uaile, safe home. Thank you.
Thank you, Consul General. Thank you, Alison Metcalf, and also Bill Byrne. That was quite inspiring, and we're all delighted that you are here to join us for this event that you all made happen, so thank you. Well, is anybody keeping track of the time of the inbound flight? What are we? 29 minutes? It's on time? About 29 minutes? Okay. Terry Slayball? Mr. Slayball. since you spoke up, why don't you step up here for a minute? Step up here for a minute. Yeah. This is the, and I think a few people called him the brains of the operation. Terry Slaybaugh is with Jobs Ohio with the Air Restoration Fund for airlines, and we wouldn't have the airlines and Aer Lingus here today if it wasn't for Jobs Ohio and Terry Slaybaugh. So I'd like to have him say a few words. Terry.
Well, thanks, John. Jobs Ohio, Ohio's private economic development organization, really the credit goes to our board, which in 2020, going into COVID, started the Air Service Restoration Program and dedicated $10 million a year of Jobs Ohio funding to restore air service to the state of Ohio. I don't think any of us at that time imagined the kind of success we would have with the program, or that we'd be standing here today and talking about international service for Cleveland, Ohio to Dublin, Ireland. It's truly a remarkable day for the state, remarkable day for Cleveland, for Cuyahoga County, great accomplishment for everyone that's sitting up here, and really happy to be a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you, Terry. I also like to recognize Ambassador Edward Crawford. Is he in the room? There he is back there. He has been instrumental as well to make this all happen. We were talking years ago, as you remember, Ambassador, trying to pull everybody and all the pieces together. So let's have a round of applause for Ambassador Ed Crawford, who will also be on the flight this evening. Well, we do have a few minutes, so we're going to take a break. We're going to go back to Tiffany Schaefer and her harp. Isn't she doing a wonderful job?